Hello everyone, welcome to the PIPCAST 3000, revitalized and healthy, a podcast where we talk about gaming news and usually have some sort of Bethesda-centric or open-world RPG kind of topic. I'm Caedo Genesis. This is my co-host, Bad Company Sarge.
Hello there.
And this episode, we're going to be talking about perks.
Yeah.
Not just any perks. Sarge, what kind of perks are we going to be talking about?
We're talking about Fallout perks that are worse than you think they are.
Yeah.
The perks that trick you and are like, oh, I'm good. And you're like, no, bad perk, bad. We're going to tell you so you can avoid them.
Or like it looks really good on paper, but then you use it and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I should have saved and reloaded.
Or it's a perk which you don't immediately realize how bad it is and you're like, oh, do I want to lose like 4 hours of progress because I picked the wrong perk? And, nightmare. Nightmare
and
situation.
It's even worse than the earlier games where you only got a perk every 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll get into some of those too.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. But before that, I want to say thank you to the people listening and also the people supporting this channel and the main channel, the PIPCAST 3000 channel and the Caedo Genesis channel. And if you do decide to support as little as $1, you get put on the end credits of these videos, as well as Wasteland legend Sven, who is of the top $50 tier for God knows how long. And I appreciate you, Sven. Thank you. You get vocal voice credits if you donate $50 or more, which I'm not telling you to. It's just there. Because somewhere along the lines they were just like, yeah, just put a tier that most people would consider ridiculous, and somebody might support you for way longer than you think they should, but it's their money, so like thank you, Sven, is what I'm saying. So we get a comment from the last episode or two. We had a lot of comments related to, I think we talked about Mass Effect a little bit. I appreciated some of those comments. But do you want to read the comment that we grabbed from the last episode, Sarge?
Yeah, Dennis McGonigal says, "The boys are back in town!"
Yes.
I had to roll my chair back in order to shout that.
And then Scooby's gonna...
Yeah, I was just thinking, I roll my chair backwards towards where the other people are. It's fine.
Anna's like, what the hell?
Anna knows I'm recording. She'll be totally fine with the fact that I just shouted for the first time ever.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, thank you, Dennis. We are back. I'm not sick anymore, and Sarge sounds like he's feeling much better.
Yeah, my body's atrophied, which is fun to deal with, but otherwise I'm mostly healthy.
Yay! I mean, that's just, going gamer goblin mode, too.
Yeah.
That happens.
I realised the other day I keep walking Scooby the dog, and every day my left arm is just aching so much, and I'm like, why is my arm aching? And I realise it's because that's the arm I hold the lead, and I just haven't walked him basically all year.
Oh, wow.
And now that arm is weak and puny, so just doing a standard walk with him, it just kills my arm.
You got a baby arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to work out the baby arm.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had a dog to walk.
Well, it's nice at times.
I wouldn't have to, get somebody else's dog. I don't know.
I mean,
I miss having pets.
I was going to say, you can just go for a walk. I don't know. I'm aware America and walking is less of a thing than England and walking. But I assume you can just go for a walk, right?
Oh, no, we do. It really depends on where you are. Like, like you would treat it, as different, like walkable areas, depending. But we have a lot of, like, nature parks here in the Portland area, which are really nice.
That's good.
Yeah. Which are wonderfully walkable, and you get to, appreciate oxygen in person while it's being made. It's pretty sick.
I have multiple biomes I can walk through nearby, which is pretty cool.
Biomes are pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we are healthier now than we have been at the same time, probably the whole year so far.
Yes, definitely the whole year.
So that's good. We have some news to cover, a couple of news things that happened the last couple of weeks before we get into our main topic. The one in particular, which is a expectantly atmospheric and semi-creepy trailer for Metro 2039, the next Metro game. And those of you who've been around for a while, that Metro tends to be one of the natural go-tos for Fallout fans or those who love post-apocalyptic games because they are really good. They're not really open world. I think Exodus did a bit of a closer to open world kind of thing, but it was still, open zones, linear story.
Yeah.
But atmosphere is one of the things that these games do extremely well as like a little bit of pseudo horror stuff. I wouldn't like call it a horror game, but it does have, some moments where you're just like,
as well as a mystery thing, which will be revealed in the future.
As well as a mystery thing, yes. Aha!
Yeah. It sounds like, I'm guessing you were quite a big fan of the trailer then. It's speaking quite positively towards the game franchise and stuff.
So this, I think, if I remember correctly, Artyom and his girlfriend wife had a kid after the events of Exodus.
Uh-huh.
And I think this trailer revolves around that kid disappearing to some sort of like Nazi Germany kind of subfaction.
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch of kids getting kidnapped from them and then brainwashed, which is a crazy premise.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like BJ Blazkowicz should make a cameo. But a very interesting premise. And you also saw that there was a little moment of seeing the Dark Ones too, which are always kind of there doing their mind games. So what did you think of the trailer, Sarge? You said you had some critiques.
I didn't like it. I will say,
like it.
I'm not a huge Metro fan. I just want to get that out the gate and stuff. Like, I've dabbled in the games a bit. I certainly don't think they're bad or anything. I can acknowledge
Get
that
in
they
the
are
comments.
well-made
Sarge
games
says
and stuff.
Metro's bad.
But like you mentioned, they're not open world, and I prefer my games like open world a bit more than just the linear stuff. And while they are good games, my biggest problem with this trailer was the whole "it's all a dream" sort of thing going on in it, where there's even the line "wake up" repeated several times, and the guy you're following, it's like, what is real, what isn't, and I'm like, I just don't like that whole sort of you might be dreaming premise.
It is a trope that is annoying in sci-fi writing, but I will also say that like hallucinations have been a big part of Metro.
Yeah.
And because it showed the Dark Ones like influencing him, like a part, and I'm imagining this is Artyom, like the main character of the first three games. That I want to give it a little more leeway because that is part of what happens in the games too, is like your eyes do play tricks on you. Like,
but
this is one of the game franchises that does like ghost visages so freaking well. I don't know if you remember like this little mechanic that the game has, but like
vaguely
ghostly shadows, like if you're in like the depths of the Metro itself, which a lot of the game takes place in that, the shadows of ghosts only show up in the peripheral. Like they'll never be like dead ahead, they'll never be straight ahead, like they'll be in the peripheral of whatever you're looking at, so as soon as you turn, it disappears. Like, it's such a subtle, awesome mechanic. But I don't know if that helps my argument at all, but like hallucinations happen a lot.
Yeah. I think that once again is like a reason why I don't get on with Metro so much. I will say the final minute of the trailer where it's not actual gameplay, but it's like pseudo gameplay sort of
what
stuff.
To expect kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, that I really enjoy. It shows you the atmosphere of like this destroyed world, and I like that, but
yeah. And Fallout naked mole rat with spikies on its back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if a mole rat did some buff out.
Some buff out. I mean, it's bigger than a human.
Snacked on a buff out truck, probably. I don't know.
It's like, just cross a super mutant and a mole rat from Fallout together, and you get the Metro version of mole rats.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to give it a shot because I've always enjoyed them for like a short term, little shooter post-apoc story.
Yep.
And yeah, figure it was worth mentioning because trailer's out.
It is. Go watch
when
it.
was the winter? Coming this winter. This year, dude.
Yeah. I do always like it when a trailer comes out and it's like less than a year you have to wait. Because so often it's like, the new game is coming out 2029, and I'm like, I will have already forgotten it exists by then.
Yeah. When was the last time I played this one? Anyway, we can move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Who am I?
You're Caedo, not
I
Conan.
Not Conan.
That's a different person who you can meet in Conan Exiles. Is that what you were after, Caedo?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a new Conan Exiles trailer that's come out, which isn't a game we really talk about, but we've both played it at points, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have some highlights of it that I think are Patreon only, actually. It was me, Cody, and Kite, like ages ago.
Yeah. I have no footage of me playing it, but I enjoyed dabbling around in the game, and I think it's, like, I was going to say the best. Maybe not quite that high, but it's like one of the go-to like survival games you can play with your friends. Like, it's very popular. Bethesda's lead writer Emil Pagliarulo is a big fan of this game. I know that for a fact. It's like interesting information I can give you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know extra stuff about people working at Bethesda.
Emil, Mr. Fold story into paper plane and throw it. Pagliarulo.
Yeah, he likes Conan Exiles. And Conan Exiles looks a lot better now. There's been a enhanced version update, which this is the trailer for. And I think the big bit of news from this is that this isn't a remaster that you're paying for. It's a remaster that everyone just gets and just makes the game look better, which is so nice.
The Isle of Sipta expansion is still separate.
Yeah.
But if you have it seamlessly like puts them together too, which is nice. But I haven't played in so freaking long. Let me double check. 2018 is when I played
I was
last.
gonna say, I bet you it's been longer since I've played, but now I'm not sure. Conan was also 2018.
Yay!
What day and month?
June 23rd.
October 6th. There we go.
I was gonna be like, did we play it together?
No.
We just missed it. It.
I also think we played it around the time we first got to know each other.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I only played like 30 odd hours apparently on Steam. And I don't think I've got it on console, so not a huge amount.
Yep. I went hard on that game. If I like a survival game, I go really hard on it.
I mean, especially one that if you're playing with friends and you're all into it, because I know my kind of issue was it just took ages to build stuff. It was like a real time sink.
Yeah, you
playing
had to
solo especially.
This is why I like Valheim so much more. Is like in Conan you have to make the building blocks themselves.
Yeah.
So there's I don't think you have to anymore. I think they might have like fixed that part, but initially you had to build all the blocks and like estimate how many you were going to need before you even started building. And that was just like an unnecessary extra step to everything. Whereas like in the more modern ones like Valheim, you just have your hammer to build with and you have your wood on you, then you just build whatever basically. So like I don't know, maybe they improved that. I hope they did.
I'm sure they will have. This is a game that has been updated for about a decade at this point.
It's been around for a long time, dude. It's upsetting how long it's been around. That means I've been around that long too.
Yeah.
In fact, longer.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah.
That we're seeing these games that are, I don't quite want to say games as a service, but games that are just still being worked on, get these big upgrades and stuff to keep them going. They're not doing like just a full standard remaster of an old game, or like the Overwatch situation, where they made Overwatch 2, which was just Overwatch, but slightly worse, and then we'll call it Overwatch, and you can't play Overwatch. Like, They're just going, hey, we've got
Yeah.
this game, lots of people like it. Clearly, it's making money and whatnot, and they can continue to work on it. So they're just doing a really cool visual remaster. And
Yeah. Oh, it's another proof of example. Like there was a spot for the Conan universe to have, a survival game, which is nice. But one of the crazy awesome kind of things about like successful survival games is, I think no matter what, if the community likes it, like they will take matters into their own hands eventually. like and because the devs have been already like okay with the modding part, and like they love their RPers and stuff like that, like that just means the game's gonna last a really long time, like well after it stops getting supported.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, nice to see a free update like that, and like I'm very well aware that the community is going pretty strong on Conan Exiles already too.
Yeah.
They're after this long too, which is a pretty big deal. We don't see that too terribly often, where people are so invested. But
I mean,
it's cool. I might go back to it. Nelsar messaged me the trailer to it, which is why it ended up on the outline. And I was gonna be like, "Are we playing this again, dude?" Because he's the one I played it with the most.
yeah.
But last time I played Conan Exiles, I was the last one on the server. Like that's how hard I go on these games.
Yeah.
It's like I built a whole freaking like lava base, and then it got raided, and then I stopped playing. Because I was the only person left. So, but I wanted it to be rated at a certain point, because I was just like, I need to move on to another game. Somebody blow up all my hard work so I can leave. And somebody did grant me that, so thanks, I guess. I still don't really like raid mechanics in survival games that much, but that one took people a while, so made me happy. Yeah. Speaking of games that are getting updated constantly or regularly, Fallout 76 did also have an update, right, Sarge?
Yeah, it had an update like just a handful of days ago, and there's a hotfix coming in a few days, because there was a slight issue with it telling you you're over encumbered when you're not. And just like status symbols just popping
that was a
up
fun
that
bug.
aren't real. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, I've got some addictions, let's take some addictal. Nothing changed.
It's not showing in my stats.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I had that come up too.
Yeah, that's just a minor visual issue. The latest update, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but the patch notes will be in the description. I'm also just wanted to talk about like general updates and stuff in the game, because one thing I have noticed, just in jumping back in a little bit, is that a lot of the events, public events and activities that used to be like, oh, this is stupidly easy and you don't have to focus on, have got harder because they've started adding like new legendary enemy spawns and stuff in. Like the two that really stood out to me was what's it called? It might be Prison Break, the one with Mad Dog Malone, where you have to hunt him down in like the
Oh my god, I forgot about that one entirely.
Yeah, that is normally like the easiest activity. You go there, you shoot him once, his health goes down to 0, wardens teleport in and take him. That's all it is. Now though, he has like Mad Dog's gang, which are legendary super mutants which show up around him to help defend him.
Oh, sick.
And it's like, oh wow, this is actually so much more worthwhile, and there's somewhat of a challenge. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still an easy activity, but it's no longer the easiest thing it's possible to do in the game. And just north of that, there's the Mirelurk hatching event, the public event. I can't remember the name of it. It's gonna.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where basically
the Queen's Court. The Queen wants babies.
Yep, that's the one. It's basically you have to stop a bunch of Mirelurks getting to the hatching grounds. And that normally is just like 3 waves, you shoot a bunch of basic low-level Mirelurks, done. Now, though, you get like crescent crustacean Mirelurks, which are like the Mirelurk hunters or whatever, but legendary variants. And they show up and all of that. It's also one where I had like a Mirelurk Queen show up at the end, and I'm like, oh, that's an uninvited guest Mirelurk Queen that's appeared too. That's really cool.
Actually, that's when one of them actually makes it to the island.
Oh.
Yeah. than the Queens
Man,
result.
we actually failed kind of at that event. That makes me feel even better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, they've basically made a bunch of the events technically harder, but they were events that beforehand were mind-numbingly boring. But now there's legendary enemies and stuff that show up, and it makes them a bit more engaging to engage with.
More incentive to stick around for stuff
Yeah.
like that. For sure. Yeah. And I've been going back to events that I usually just ignored.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Even though I haven't been getting many legendary plans like at all.
Yeah.
Like I've picked up a lot of legendaries the last week or so, and I don't think I got a single one.
Oh, I got one recently. I got like Doctors or something, I think it's called, where I scrapped down a few legendaries and I got that and I was like, oh, neat. But yeah, the actual chance of unlocking legendary mods or legendary plans when scrapping legendaries is so low.
Yeah. I did get a couple of mods, but they were kind of useless ones, like mutants. I guess it's not useless. It's okay,
yeah.
but there's so many 1-stars that are better now.
Yep.
Anyway, 76 still getting updates is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like another, community-driven game.
Yeah.
I love seeing this improve.
Yeah, I do wonder if it's ever going to get a visual update / remaster, because it is like quite old at this point.
You're right. But the crazy thing is too is like it's got the best quality of life of any Bethesda game too.
Yeah,
in
which
comparison,
is wild seeing a Starfield
which is
was made
wild.
after.
Yeah, which is wild. I just wanted to mention that really quick. Just be like, there's so many things that just make it easy to play compared to all other Bethesda games.
Yeah.
I won't shut up about radials. Radial menus are the way to go. I don't know why they're so stubborn about that in the other games. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, speaking of fans and communities and stuff and doing things, there is a fan who happens to be a little composer guy who remade and remastered the entire soundtrack of Elder Scrolls Arena.
Yeah.
Which I listened to a little bit of. It's definitely atmospheric Elder Scrolls music. So good for some like, lo-fi background stuff to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool to hear somebody go back to something like that and give it a fresh, I guess, for lack of a better metaphor, fresh coat of paint.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I think the very interesting thing is these old games from like the 90s, the technology meant you couldn't have the music just play like it would now. You had to kind of compress it down, and it's not quite chiptune level of things, but it's like the in-between stage between chiptune and actually hearing the music.
Yeah.
So
and the songs themselves could only have so many tracks too.
Yep.
Before they got too complex for your hardware. Because you had a Sound Blaster sound card back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't really use sound cards anymore.
No, that's
unless you're like a composer, like you don't need one. Yeah.
Like sound cards got removed quite quickly. I feel like to the point of I'm not at all familiar with sound cards. They were basically gone by the time I was doing any sort of PC
It was 90s,
gaming.
early 2000s. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I started PC gaming right after they'd left.
Yeah.
But yeah, the young composer Ryan Zachariah Martin. I don't know why I struggled with Martin so much. But
Martin Septim?
yeah, but he decided to like remake the entire OST and do it in a way where you can actually hear how it's supposed to sound rather than the crunchy old version.
Yeah. And it was also an interview. Yeah, it's just a nice little article about a fan, respecting the IP and trying to, I don't know, revive it, I guess, or revitalize it, which is really cool. I think that's really cool. And I figure it was worth mentioning for any of those who are arena heads. I know I'm not.
I'm not really either. But
I have a copy of it somewhere. I think I have the Yeah, I have the Elder Scrolls Anthology on my gamer shelf.
Probably
but
own the anthology at some point, right? That seems likely, but yeah, it's Morrowind. Morrowind is the game where I'm like, oh, I try and play it and can't. I can't go further back than Morrowind.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, there are, spiritual successors of that too coming out that are much more
playable,
friendly to modern players.
Mm.
Don't use so much dice rolls anymore.
I was about to say, I'm glad we're out of the dice rolls to determine things era of gaming, but I feel like it's coming back with Baldur's Gate and D&D being popular and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean...
At least that it shows you a bit more and it's in there.
Yeah, there's still some degree of RNG with a lot of things. But D&D Baldur's Gate 3 had to include D20s.
Yeah, because it was D&D.
So when it shows you the percentage, it's just showing you, the percentage of the roll you need.
Yeah, I'm just glad that we've moved past the no, everything needs to be a dice roll mentality that games got stuck with for a while.
Yeah.
Such as the roll to hit with melee attacks in Morrowind when you're physically connected.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if a Dark Souls game did that.
Oh.
Some games it doesn't work for, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Morrowind was the growing pains section of that era, even though it's really good. It is a good game.
No.
But
you know what? I'm going to make people unsubscribe this episode. Morrowind sucks.
No, sorry.
Hey, I'm about to have a bunch of hot takes about multiple things.
The people who subscribed are actually here to hear us talk, Sarge.
I've insulted Metro, I've complimented Fallout 76, and I've insulted Morrowind. Let's just get rid of everyone. 0 subscribers on the channel by this time next week.
And we talked about Conan Exiles too long. Everybody's gone now. Yeah, so now that everybody has left and unsubscribed, let's get to our topic, which is perks in Fallout that are worse than you think.
Yeah, and...
according to us. Not the gamer. We are the gamer today.
Mm-hmm. I want to add that I kind of came up with this because there was just a couple of perks I thought of. And then Caedo was like, oh, we better do some research so we can get some more one. We have a huge list, which we could add even more to. Like, both of us had to stop adding perks because we've already got, 15 points on here, and we could have kept going for a while. Like, there are so many bad perks in Fallout that you might not even realize are bad.
Yes. I don't know why I put Slayer/Sniper from Fallout 1 and 2 anymore.
Does it not hold up to all of the other much worse perks we came up with?
No. It's like... I think I added it because, comparatively, one is just so much better than the other. And that Slayer is better than Sniper. But they are meant to be, the high-level pinnacle perk for whatever your playstyle is.
Just quickly, what do they do?
Slayer makes all of your melee attacks crits.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sniper makes, I think it's every 1 luck you have is 10% chance to crit.
Okay.
So if you have 10 luck as a sniper,
100%.
it's 100%. But there's also no real easy way to max out all your attributes in Fallout 1 and 2. So... you can get close if you take
those seem good
gifted.
Or bad, sorry.
Neither of them were bad, but I wanted to compare the two to be one is clearly better than the other because it takes no extra effort except for building melee. So
no, I feel like that is one way you could pick the wrong one on accident, but you know what's an actual terrible perk that keeps popping up? It's Cannibal.
And we're gonna fight about it.
Oh, I hate the Cannibal perk so much. Caedo and I argued about this perk, and this is why we're talking about it now. Because Caedo is one of those stupid people who thinks Cannibal is good, and I'm one of those people who can look at a thing and go, that's a thing, who realizes that Cannibal is terrible.
Yeah, I am stupid today.
Yep.
So, I... in a couple of scenarios, Sarge has been on record agreeing that it's useful for role playing, but that's about it.
Yeah, it only works as a role playing perk.
But what is it? Dark Hunger?
Dark Craving? I think it is in Fallout 4 Survival mode.
In Fallout 4 Survival, which is a cool little spin on it and makes it, more role play. But in Fallout 76, as a ghoul, taking cannibal actually gives you back glow if you eat a corpse, as well as like.
And how much glow do you get?
Oh, it depends on how much you're modifying it.
Yeah, but
like
just
you can get about half a bar if you have.
That's not terrible. I mean, obviously you have to go through
perk.
the animation. There has to be a corpse for you to eat. You can't do anything else while the animation's going on.
The animation is faster in 76.
Yes.
And sometimes it cancels out. It could be just a glitch that they're ignoring, but sometimes I just tap it and then it interrupts itself and I just go on my merry way. So,
so
part of it is
good.
Part of it is a bug that is making it nicer for people like me, because humanoids, like, it includes super mutants as well as like ghouls and humans and stuff like that. So you have plenty to eat, basically.
I just press one button and my glow comes back because I carry around like toxic goo. And
I still carry around toxic goo as well.
Yeah, because it's better and you can't rely on cannibal, and it's just using up a perk point. Please don't tell me you've got it upgraded.
What, cannibal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you're using up at least a point of endurance on that perk card.
I'll be showing off cannibal in the gameplay on screen, so Sarge will be able to judge me the whole time.
Here's the thing: I think Fallout 76, it's not better, but at least the fact you can swap out perk cards is kind of okay to occasionally have it, because it's not like you spent this perk point, you're never going to get it back, like in the previous games. But in any other Fallout game, it's like, hey, you could have spent that point on something much better.
Yeah.
Which is such a big deal.
I was actually hoping, like, this is more just for like trolling purposes, I think, but I was kind of hoping that, I think it's the charisma, one of the charisma perks that allows you to share like a portion of the food that you eat with other players in your team. Like, I wanted a big stat with cannibal, be like, ha ha ha, I'm eating corpses and you're benefiting from it. That would be fun, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
It does not, no.
I wish it did, though. Yeah.
But, yeah. You know what, while we're on the positive side, you mentioned Dark Craving in Fallout 4 survival mode, where it's like, rather than having standard food, you can just eat a corpse and you go to well-fed, but then you get the Dark Craving, so you have to keep eating corpses.
Yeah.
And you have to eat one like every 12 hours, or else you start getting really hungry. Like, that is really cool. I think that's an interesting way to do things. Still isn't good, but it's at least leans more into the role-playing side of things.
It gets closer and closer to like a vampire playstyle in like an Elder Scrolls game, I think.
Yep. That's
Does it have
cool.
buffs to it?
No.
Or is it just an addiction?
It makes you well-fed, and it's not even technically an addiction, is it? One sec, I'm going to have to double-check.
Oh,
Does it count as an addiction? Yep, food will no longer sate hunger. Instead, you can only commit cannibalism. Okay, the game does treat it as an addiction, so you can use a Dictor refreshing beverage or a red scorpion egg on it.
Yeah. So
that's nice, being able to get rid of it. Yeah.
Refreshing beverage still coming through clutch. It's
it's such a good
best item ever.
Yeah, but that's kind of like a cool thing they added in with survival mode. I also do want to acknowledge in Fallout New Vegas it's not called Breakfast of Champions, is it? What's it called? The one where you eat
Meat of Champions?
Meat of Champions. That's it.
Yeah,
where you eat specific characters.
Yeah.
And you get the bonus. I'm gonna check what it is right now, because
I think I tried to get that one at some point.
Yeah,
I got it, and then I was like, well, I killed all the leaders, and now I'm bored.
Yeah, here's the thing. So, you need Cannibal in order to get Meat of Champions, which is a special perk in Fallout New Vegas, where if you cannibalize Kaiser, Mr. House, the King, and President Kimball, which means you have to kill and eat all four of them, then you get this special perk. And this perk provides you +1 luck, intelligence, charisma, and strength after eating any human corpse for 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's such a short time.
That is pointless. Because, think about it. How are you going to use any of those in a minute after you've ate a corpse?
Yeah.
Like, what situation are you going to be in where that is going to help you? Like, it's probably the end of combat, so you're not earning any experience, so intelligence doesn't matter. You just ate someone. You're clearly not about to torture somebody else, because you have to do that in secret. The luck? Maybe in looting? Maybe that helps? Who knows?
I don't
And
know
the
if it
strength,
does.
yeah, I'm not even sure about that. The strength is like, oh, cool, you've got slightly more carry weight for 60 seconds. You can spend that time picking up stuff that you then have to drop because suddenly your strength dropped. It's
Wait, does it say anything about like mystery meat or like meat that
that doesn't work.
is separate? Oh, man.
Yeah, here's the thing:
That sucks.
it doesn't even work with Dine and Dash, which is New Vegas' terrible.
Oh, like grab a
Yeah,
snack
you take
off
human
the corpse?
remains off of them.
Man,
Like, yeah,
that could have made it better though.
Yeah, this is an example of them trying to make cannibal good. And honestly, I think it was just a case of Meat and Champions is enabled permanently once you eat those 4 named important quest critical characters.
Yeah.
Then I think it would be kind of good.
Which it
but
should
it's-
have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Instead, they gave it, like, the shortest possible duration,
Yeah.
which is so pointless. And yeah, there's multiple examples of, like, Bethesda and Obsidian and just trying to make cannibal kind of good, but it always is
yeah.
bad.
To be clear though, too, like the cannibal perk is required for this,
Yes.
but Meat of Champions is like a challenge unlock.
Yeah. But it
Because New
means-
Vegas has a lot of those too.
Yeah, which I do like. That's kind of cool.
Yes.
But yeah, cannibal is just, even on the base kind of thing where people are like, oh, but I get to just eat people and restore my health. Like, the healing is not much. In Fallout 4, it's 25 hit points, which is practically nothing. Like, that's such a small amount of health for eating a body. Which, to be clear, if you eat someone, everyone around you turns hostile, pretty much. It is just a way to, in the earlier games, lose a bunch of karma, and in all of the games, turn everyone who spots you hostile. It's so niche use. There's so many better things to go for in every game, and honestly, I'm quite annoyed that they haven't made it better, because they've clearly tried. Dark Raving and Meat of Champions are examples of them trying to make it good, and still failing.
Yep. Well, maybe they'll get some inspiration from Fallout 76 and do it even better.
I still might make a cannibal video. I still might do it, because I can come up with ways to make it actually good. It's not
Yeah,
that difficult to make
I'm
it a
sure you
decent
can.
perk.
Yeah, I believe you.
Alright.
But that's the higher Sarge.
Yeah, why haven't you done this already, Bethesda?
Yeah. Okay, on to the next one.
Yep.
Okay. All the skill perks.
Yeah.
All of 'em.
Specifically from, like, Fallout 3. I feel like maybe there's the odd skill perk in some of the other games, but we're talking stuff like Gun Nut and Thief. Tag is in New Vegas, as well as Fallout 3. Just examples where you spend a perk point in order to increase your skills. And
Yes.
while that doesn't sound terrible, if you're like, oh, I want to get my gun skill up so I'm better at using guns, then yeah, it would make sense to pick Gun Nut and boost that. But perk points are really, really valuable. And if you're playing with, like, all the DLCs and stuff, your level cap's like 50, you can max out all the skills. Like, you do not need to be spending perk points on it.
I'm pretty sure New Vegas has enough skill books too. Like if you take comprehension,
Yeah.
and magazines, like that. Yeah, that makes the magazine bonus like plus 20, right?
Yeah, doubles it. It's
So
also
like
a
you're
case
good.
of, that's if you want to max out every skill, there's ways to do this. But even
Yeah.
just on getting the skills you want sorted, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna take very long.
Yeah.
And perk points are so valuable. Even in Fallout 3, where perk points aren't as valuable as New Vegas,
I think that's
there's better
well. I think that's
choices.
why they added so many of these like extra. I mean, now that I say that, and I think New Vegas has more perks than 3, but I think they ran out of things to because Fallout 3 was kind of like groundbreaking in its own way. Like it was a
Yeah.
continuation of a series that was formerly isometric, so they had to convert everything to a 3D plane and try to figure out how to make the perks incentivize the perks.
Yeah.
So that was a lot to work through, but unfortunately part of it was like adding all of these perks that give you something you're going to probably get anyway if you if you want to build that skill.
Yeah. I think you're right there. It very much does feel like kind of a handover from the old isometric thing, where it's like, oh, we've got to have ways to boost the skills up this way, and then they started coming up with better perks, and they just never got rid of the boring basic ones.
Yeah. But even Fallout 3 had magazines or books
Yeah.
to up your skills, and the bobbleheads.
Mm-hmm.
They give you 10
That's
permanently.
are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many better ways to do this than spending perk points.
Yeah. And I argue that Fallout 3, it was even easier. Like you get so many skill points in Fallout 3. Like even if you don't if you don't max out intelligence, you still get a ton of skill points by the end.
Yep.
So there's no real reason to take any of the skill based perks because it's a short term solution. It's like getting an XP perk. Like,
oh yeah, I wonder if that's the next thing we had on the list.
Yeah, interesting. Aha. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, specifically we're talking mostly about Swift Learner from Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, which is you earn an extra 10% XP, which sounds kind of good until you realise the fact both Fallout 3 and New Vegas have level caps. So
yes.
you're just going to hit a certain level and stop regardless. In Fallout 4, this sort of thing can be helpful, because it's like you can keep leveling forever, technically. I think like
the way Fallout 4 did it is actually really good, though, too.
Yeah.
Because it was intelligence that modifies it, but also a low intelligence gets you Idiot Savant, which overall gets you
can
more.
Be quite good. Yeah. I think it's a case of intelligence 1 or 2 with Idiot Savant is as good as like intelligence 15, 16 sort of deal, which is a nice way to balance things. But yeah, in Free New Vegas, it's just, hey, hit the level cap faster. And while it's not technically completely pointless, it's once again a case of perk points are valuable. There are better things to spend them on than just reaching the next level a bit faster.
Yeah.
But Here and Now, as well as another one, which is just like level up instantly, which is functionally the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. That's from the original games, too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Fallout 2 had Here and Now.
And I guess it's still bad in that game, yeah.
It's so bad. Let me look it up really quick.
Yeah, it's... And also, the Here and Now perk is in games where you don't get perks every level up. So it's level your skills up twice and don't get a perk, is essentially what it means. Which would work if this was a game where perks aren't actually good. But there are so many good perks in both 2 and New Vegas. Yeah. But it's not like you're having to pick trade-offs every time. It's like, no, this is supposed to be something that benefits me.
This is so nuts, too. It's level 3 that you can get. Your very first perk level.
Oh, man.
You can get Here and Now in Fallout 2. It's like, the amount of XP given to you by this perk is affected by the skilled trait, meaning it will not increase your level, usually leaving you 10 to 20 XP short.
Oh, wow, so it sometimes doesn't even do the thing it's supposed to do.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe I made a terrible perk worse. I suppose technically New Vegas made a terrible perk marginally better.
This is Fallout 2 and Tactics, by the way.
Oh, and Tactics. Oh, wow. Man.
Marginally better, but still bad.
Yeah.
it's still bad. Skilled was different from the newer games, too.
Yeah.
Because Skilled is just 10 to all skills in... but you gain one less perk. You gain a perk every 4th level instead of every 3rd. So it's like a huge trade-off in the second game. Or in the first 3 games, that is.
Yep. Okay, but yeah, the XP perks are bad. And now we're moving on to one where I think Caedo might argue and fight with me. We're talking about Rapid Reload and Quick Hands from Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4 respectively, which makes your guns reload faster.
Yes.
This sucks.
Why does it suck, Sarge?
The problem is the percentage. You reload 25% faster. That means, like, say a reload takes 4 seconds, which is a long reload. Next time you're reloading a gun in a Fallout game, like, time how long it takes. 4 seconds is like a decent length reload. That's not a quick one anyway. If you had a 4-second reload and you took this perk, it would be a 3-second reload. That's not a big difference. That is literally 1 second you get. And even the slowest reloads, I don't think there's a single weapon which takes even like 10 seconds to reload. Like, at best, you're getting a second or 2 extra from this perk when you reload. Like, the percentage is the problem. It's just such a small percentage, but it never makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was not expecting you to say that.
Well, okay, so they did a breakdown in the wiki with like the agility modifier, because I don't always like think about that part too, is like agility does modify your draw and reload speed.
Yep.
2 seconds versus a second and a half is still, I'll give you this one, is not that big of a difference.
Yeah. Here's the thing, I want to like these perks. I really like perks that can just make you, like, really good and quick with guns. I think rapid reload and quick reload and whatever you want to call them need to be, like, a 100% increase, like, halve the reload time.
But I do think about the frequency of reloads can add up. So if it's a weapon that reloads a lot, like a revolver, like it's depicted on the perk icon, then it has inherently more value than something that has a lot of rounds, like a minigun or something like that.
Yes, but it's still saving you, like, on a revolver, what, I want to say 0.3 of a second would be my guess.
Yeah.
Like, that means even if you're reloading, like, 5 times reloading in a combat, which honestly still feels like quite a lot, because Fallout combats tend to be brief skirmishes a lot of the time. Even doing that, you're not even getting, like, a couple of seconds out of it. You're saving yourself a second in a fight, which, it's so small. It's such a minor benefit for a perk point.
Yeah. Anyway, build agility if you want to reload faster in New Vegas, at least.
I mean, genuinely, just getting a point of agility is almost as big. It's, oh no, to be fair, it's like a 5% reload speed boost per point of agility, which is only a fifth, but it's still like, come on, it gives you other benefits as well. Like, the reloading is not the thing you'd get it for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
I still run with it. Like, if I am using revolvers or revolver types or like that gun, yes, I like having rapid reload.
It still bugs me, because I agree it's a perk you should take in theory, but you shouldn't take it because it actually sucks. Like, just make it 100% rather than 25%, and suddenly I'm like, yeah, this is worth it. Because suddenly, say your revolver does take 3 seconds to reload, but then it's a second and a half each time, then if you're reloading quite often, that can start to make a difference. But when you're talking about fractions of seconds, it's like, it really doesn't matter.
It's because you have to have multiple reloads in mind for it to work, and I think that's where your sticking point is. What if we dropped it down to like a sawed-off shotgun and trying to use that?
Yeah, but still not. Caedo, 25% is too small.
It's too small, even if you're reloading.
Even if you're reloading
10
constantly, times? I don't think you understand how small sections. We are talking about microseconds, Caedo. We're not talking about whole seconds.
I know. That's why the longer engagements will benefit more.
Yeah, but you're adding microseconds. Like, this isn't even going to save you like 10 seconds. Like, in a long, drawn-out fight, you are saving less than 10 seconds in reloading time. In the time it took me to save a sentence, that's like, it's nothing. It's no time, Caedo. It's such a small amount of time. Seriously, for anyone who's curious and wants to know why I'm right, because this is something I refuse to be told I'm wrong on, reload a whole bunch of guns with and without rapid reload, and see just how nothing it is. Trust me, if you were shown footage of, like, Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas, you could not tell if someone has the rapid reload or quick hands perk.
I can.
No, you can't, Caedo. I refuse to believe it. You are gaslighting yourself, Caedo.
I'm not, dude. I can tell.
It's so small. It's such a tiny benefit.
Yeah, I mean, we both have experience in editing. We can tell when a cut is made. It's the same thing with reloading for me.
It's such a small amount.
And also, a little fraction of a second can make a heck of a difference. Speaking of editing, right, Sarge?
I hate how wrong you are in defending this perk.
Wait, raw? But you do that in editing, right?
In editing,
so that makes me a little bit right.
Different things.
Actually,
no, you can't just be like, oh, well, actually in astrophysics, if you are hurtling towards a planet, then a fraction of a second in an adjustment can make a huge difference. Like, yeah, in something different it can matter. It's like me saying, oh, ham is really good to put into your car because you put it in your body and it makes things go. Like, no, Caedo, you can't just change the area we're in and be like, actually, it matters now.
No, I mean, we're still talking about over the course of a few seconds, right?
We're talking about
if you're making a clip
firefight in a game
and you have a limit of a clip, it still applies the same logic, right?
No, Caedo, they are different things.
I'm trying to make a comparison and it's not hitting. So okay,
It's not
let's just move on.
Feel free to fight in the comments about that. Because neither of us are being shifted. And I can tell we're both annoyed at the other person. We both think we're right. But I know I'm right.
Yeah, Sarge knows he's right, and therefore Caedo's wrong.
Okay. Can we agree that rad resistance sucks?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, I fully agree.
In every game. And this shows up in... Does it show up in literally every game? It shows up in most of them.
The majority of them, yeah.
I think your big one you wanted to mention was Fallout 1.
Yes. Let me bring
Go
it. It is in pretty much every game. Wow. But yeah, in Fallout and Fallout 2,
Oh, yes.
rad resistance raises your radiation resistance by 15%, a whole 15, which is not that much. If you've played Fallout 1, there's one main location in the game that you go to that has lethal levels of radiation, and this perk will not do anything except prolong your death.
Yeah.
Without the help of Rad-X, which you should bring with you anyway. Check out my guide on the glow.
I also want to complain about this perk in Fallout 4, because it has 4 separate ranks, which means 4 perk points, and each time it gives you plus 10 radiation resistance, which basically does nothing. It's another instance of you won't really notice the change. Like, if you spend... What is Rad-X? Rad-X gives you 100, is it? Plus 100 radiation resistance.
Oh, in the later games, yeah.
Yeah, in Fallout 4 I'm talking about. So, like, you get 1/10 of the benefit of Rad-X per perk point you spend. Which is somehow an even worse ratio than the classics.
Yeah. And even though, like, it's not finite, per se, to get this perk, like, it still feels like a waste, especially early game. Because, like, even if you rush to the glowing sea, like... power armor exists.
Yeah, and it's once again a case of if you rush to the glowing sea, let's say if you're rushing there as well, you're only going to get like maximum a couple of ones because you need to be like level 13, 26, 35 for the next 3 ranks. 20 radiation resistance is not going to do anything. It's like, oh, I'm getting 4 rads a second rather than 5. Yay. And if you go into a heavy rad area, it's still just going to eat through your health bar.
Doesn't the power armor frame give like a stupid amount too?
I don't remember if it does or not. I know the pieces have rad resistance built in.
Power armor chassis?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 60 rad resist on it.
Okay, so it's already better than a maxed out rad resistant perk.
The chassis on its own
is 50% improved to
in
4
Oh wait, no,
ranks
I'm looking
of
at
rad
76.
resistance.
I'm looking at 76.
Oh,
Hold on.
sorry.
Power armor frame. Nope, still 60.
Okay, yep, still the same. Yeah.
Yep.
Man. That is wild how... Yeah, that's so dumb.
And that's just stick a helmet on it and like you'll probably be fine.
Yeah. Genuinely, there are just, even in the base game, and especially with like Anniversary Edition and stuff now, you can get the same benefit from just random bits of items. Like a gas mask, I think, gives you like 5 radiation resistance or something. Just half as good. It's like, nah, so bad.
Yep.
Another one which I think we're going to be able to agree on, though I'm not certain about for earlier games, is Lead Belly.
Oh.
Because this reduces... Does it ever remove? It definitely reduces the radiation you take when eating and drinking. That's like the main benefit. I'm not sure if it ever completely removes. I think in Fallout 4 it kind of does. Yeah, in Fallout 4 you can max it out at tier 3 for no radiation when eating or drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty not useful because of the availability of Radaway.
Yep.
And other ways of mitigating radiation. But also, in a lot of the games, I think New Vegas did a little bit better, but in Fallout 3, like, food is really not necessary for healing at all.
I was actually going to say Fallout 3 in the early game, like, food is more likely to be taken, and rads are more of an issue in that game, I find.
Moira does incentivize it, but she also gives you the food processor.
Yeah,
like,
you do
really
also
early.
get a bunch of stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
I did also want to bring up Fallout 4, how, like, oh, maybe you're playing in survival mode, and you're like, yeah, I'll spend 3 perk points in order to take no rads from eating and drinking, but you just cook food, and it gets rid of rads. So that doesn't
I
matter.
always forget about that. I always forget that like, because it's so much of a nothing concern. Like after you play Fallout so many times too, like you know where the hot spots are, and everything else is just like a little bit of red in the health bar, like not a big deal.
And it's the fact both of these perks we've talked about keep showing up in Fallout games, and they just stay consistently real bad. It's like come on, do something with them.
Thematically, like give us more reason to eat raw food.
Yeah, thematically,
and maybe
I think
cannibalize.
both of them should be there. Like, being able to eat like things you find in the wasteland and being resistant to radiation are things that make sense for Fallout, but there needs to be some more benefit than just rads are only a little bit bad rather than a little bit more bad. It's just make them buff them. Just buff them.
Yeah. And I was seeing that it was in Fallout 76, but they also have the the herbivore and carnivore mutations.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure take the rads out of either of those classes of food anyway. Don't they?
I know they double the benefits. I think they might still give you rads.
Let me double check.
Yeah, it's also a case
double
of
benefits and no diseases. No diseases and no rads taken. Yeah.
Okay.
That's busted. Yeah. Mutations are great. I need those in the next Fallout game.
They're amazing. The lead belly perk in Fallout 76 right now reads as you take less radiation from eating or drinking based on your endurance, and in order for it to remove all radiation, you need 34 points of endurance.
Good lord.
Which is, so much.
That's so much endurance, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody's building endurance, by the way.
Nobody's building endurance to get rid of rads like that.
We have some, probably, but nobody, min-maxes for endurance.
I will tell you how much you don't need endurance and health, because I recently did a colossal problem where you fight, this legendary big boss enemy, and I was fighting them basically solo. I happened to have no good equipment on me, because I was doing some challenges to, blow up enemies and shoot them with cryo damage or weird things like that, really niche effects. So I'd ran out of ammo, and I just had, a machete. And I was like, oh, okay, if I just die in this arena, then I can go to the stash box and pick up items and get actual good weapons. It took me 12 minutes to die, with me running up and just chopping at this giant Wendigo Colossus. It took me 12 minutes to die, and I was not healing, not doing anything like that. It was so difficult to die. Nobody's working on endurance.
I would imagine it's because it kept dropping those damage over time, pools on you. That probably killed you off. I mean, I would guess anyway.
I was running into them, and it did a little bit of damage, but not much.
Right.
I think the Wendigo spawns was what finally got me, but...
Oh, yeah, I guess those
even then, they kept just screaming, and I was like, no, hit me. It was a very strange boss battle.
I love the Stonewall... Is it Stonewall? Whatever the ghoul one is.
Where you don't get staggered.
That's so good. That's the one main reason to be a ghoul now, is you're not getting stagger locked by everything. It's so nice.
Being a ghoul's great.
Do recommend.
Anyway, let's move on from Leadbelly and go on to some Caedo suggested ones.
Yeah. So I'll bring up the one that probably most people remember first, and that is Explorer. When Fallout 3 first came out, the level cap was 20, and there was 3 level 20 perks that you could choose from. So you hit level 20, you better grab one of these level 20 perks because you don't have any more options after that. One of those was Explorer, which puts all the map markers on your map.
TMM1.
Some
of you will get that reference.
For anybody who doesn't know, that's the console command to reveal all map markers.
Yeah.
So this, to me, is a massive waste of a perk, because it also gets rid of the sense of discovery that Fallout 3 especially it's one of the strongest parts of that game, because you also have random encounters that are happening in the in-between of finding
it's the
these
best wasteland of all the Fallout games, in my opinion.
I agree.
So fun.
Yeah. So that on its own, if you hate exploring, take the Explorer perk, ironically enough. But I don't recommend it at all, because you could also get Grim Reaper Sprint and be a god in melee combat. So I don't know why you would take Explorer instead. But also something similar is another one called Scout, in Fallout 2, which if you haven't seen it, the world map in Fallout 2 and 1 are like just an overworld, like almost paper map display where you just see a little indicator of your character kind of moving across in its slow pace. But over time, it's I think it's measured in square miles, but you reveal those little squares every time you walk on them. What Scout does is make that a 3x3 box around your character, so you see more of the square miles or squares around the spot you're standing, basically. But even so, there's only so much map, and in Fallout 2 especially, you get the car, and you could just drive really
I also
fast
wanted to
across the
clarify,
map.
like, Fallout 2, you don't get perks every level. It's every third level?
Every third level, yep.
Yeah. And on top of that, Fallout 2 isn't like Fallout 1 where you've got a time limit, is it?
It's like a fake out time limit.
Okay, they did have a fake out one.
Yeah, the elder, or not, the shaman Harkonnen sends you dreams, but like they'll happen anyway.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
It's not like Fallout 1 where you can technically fail the game
Yeah.
by not doing things quick enough.
Yeah.
That does feel like a perk that really could trick players as well.
And
could be
Scout
so cruel.
doesn't actually reveal settlements either. Like, it doesn't reveal like cities on the map. It just expands your viewpoint.
Oh my god,
So,
I was
like,
assuming it did at least show you
No.
locations,
No,
so
no,
there
no.
was some reason. But,
you get locations revealed by talking to people. Like,
Oh god.
it's very role play in that way, where you talk to people and they're like, "Oh, you better check out, the den. I heard Vic was going to the den to trade with some slavers. Maybe you should go check that place out." And then it marks the den on your map. That's how it works in those kinds of games.
So it's not like you even stumble across something interesting by picking this perk. It's
No.
just you get to see more desert tiles.
No,
Woo.
the stumbling across interesting things is based on like luck and outdoorsman skill. So like these are things you make in character creation, or you pump points into to get
it makes
interesting random
Explorer seem
encounters.
good. Explorer does feel like an upgrade from this now.
It does feel like an upgrade, but even so, like Explorer,
It's still terrible. Yeah.
yeah, like I would get overwhelmed. I think I took
Yeah.
it once in a playthrough just to see like, or maybe I just ran out of perks that I wanted, maybe because like
That does happen in
after
Fallout 3 now.
after you get all the DLCs, like level 30, you're getting to level 30 and you have all these extra perks that don't really help your build much, because you get a perk every level. Which is a problem that Fallout 3 has in late game, is like it's got so many perks that are kind of useless, which is kind of
I do want to
the theme
say
we're going for.
I am someone who will always defend one perk per level. It really bugs me when it's like a perk every 2 levels or 3 levels. But
I
Fallout
like
3
every
does have a
2.
problem. Yeah, Fallout 3 does have a problem where you do sometimes end up being like, oh, I guess I'll take an okay-ish perk rather than anything I actually want.
I think New Vegas is a nice middle ground. I like
It
every
still
2.
bugs me. Like, honestly, I'm one of those people who'd rather have a lower level cap and just 1 perk per level. Because it feels wrong. It feels like an itch I can't scratch when I get a level up, but I don't get the perk that goes with it or anything like that.
We're really getting to Sarge's brain in this one.
Anyway, talking about itches you can't scratch. Chem resistant.
Ooh!
Now this one, I am specifying Fallout 3 again. Man, Fallout 3's taking so much flack.
Yeah, it is.
Because in Fallout 3, what chem resistant does is halves the chance of addiction. And that's it.
Yep.
It doesn't stop you getting addicted. Which, at least in Fallout 4, if you max out the perk, it's like, yeah, you won't get addiction anymore. And that I can see like an actual use for. But
New Vegas has chem resistant as well. Same effect.
also just half.
Yep.
Man, also, is it the same case in New Vegas where it's quite a late game perk?
Level 16.
Yeah, level 16 in both of them. So you have to be playing for quite a while, honestly, to get to a point where you're 50% less likely to get a addiction, which just, it's not worth it. It's so bad. It's like, even if you're someone who uses chems, you either accept that you're going to be addicted and keep using the chems or find a addictor or whatever, like
Chems.
Caedo,
Yep.
or you're someone like me who just doesn't tend to use chems anyway, so you don't need this. Like, for both of us, this is pointless.
Yeah, because it's not one way or the other. It's just like
Yeah.
you might be addicted, which
Yeah.
is annoying.
And I do actually want to give a shout out to Fallout 4 for fixing this somewhat, because the first rank of chem resistant in Fallout 4 is 50% less likely to get addicted when consuming chems. But then at level 22 you can get the second rank, which is complete immunity to chem addiction.
Yes.
And I still don't think that's actually
does
useful,
make it
right?
ultimately worth it.
Yeah, I
if
still
you're
don't
using
think it's
chems a
like a good perk per se, but I think it's at least average. It's like, okay, like, yeah, there are times where I would build a character who takes chem resistant. Like, it's a couple of perk points, don't have to worry about addiction. Fair enough. Like, it's still not great, but at least it's not bad anymore.
I'm reading the Fallout 76 had it too.
Oh man, I forget about Fallout 76.
Did they get rid of it though?
I feel like it's still around.
I mean, I play a ghoul now, so I don't worry about it at all.
It's an exclusive human one. And
oh, okay, yeah, that's why I don't think about
it's the same as Fallout 4.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just exactly the same. Fallout 76 as well, the fact you can unequip perk cards makes it so it's never quite as bad if you get a bad perk.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as harsh. It's not like, oh, I've ruined this character or I've made myself significantly weaker than I should be. It's just like, oh, okay, I'll just swap it out.
Man, it's such an elegant solution to not having to make, like, multiple characters in 76, man. I really dig the perk card system. Mm-hmm. Especially now that they're, like, most of them are good.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
I will say, I'm not sure how I'd feel about it in a single-player game.
I don't think I would go with it.
Great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, gauging against, like, any MMOs that I had played where they don't have a fluid leveling system like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I played the WoW private server for how long, and like, you pick a class, you are that class. You don't get to. You can switch your skills or your talents around, but you can't just switch to another class. That's not how that works.
Yeah. Whereas in 76, I literally have multiple setups where I'm like, okay, I'm going melee now. Okay, I'm going sniper. Okay, I'm going builder. Like, it's lovely being able to do that.
Yeah, and you've almost exactly the same 3 builds I have.
Yep. Long range, close range, build stuff.
Dom Pedro.
Yeah.
Cripple explosion. It's so fun. Yep. It does so much damage, in fact, that sometimes I don't get cripple challenges.
We have drifted away from chem resistant, but I now want to do a Joshua Sawyer pick for one of the worst perks. And that's going to be Terrifying Presence.
Terrifying.
Where
so
here's a behind-the-scenes quote, which is, Joshua Sawyer came up with the perk but regrets not giving Terrifying Presence any general combat use, as well as not addressing its inconsistent implementation into conversations, which makes it very special case. He says it sucks.
Yep. And you can see all the examples of when it's used in, or most of them at least, in the Fallout Wiki, which is not too terribly many in the grand scheme of things.
There's 17 bullet points they mention here, which is decent, but the problem is you need to already have this perk, which is you need to be level 8 and have speech at 70. And one of the things is, like, when you run into the 2 people who are fighting over bottle caps right before Nipton. Like, that's one of the instances where you can use this perk, and it's like, you
could have it by then, I think.
You could, but you would need to have reached level 8, which I feel like most people, if they're following the main quest line, will not be level 8 by the time they've headed to Nipton. And you also need to have put a lot of points into speech. Like, sure, you can have the perk at that point, but there's like multiple points where it's like, you probably haven't got that far enough yet.
I think the level 8 would be harder than the speech, because if you built for charisma and took good natured, like, you'd probably be really close to 70 already.
Yeah. But it's a case of finding stuff to do while half the map that you can travel to is deadly. Like, yeah. But it's also a case of, I don't know if it always, like, they mention it being inconsistent implementation, where I don't think it's always obvious that you need to pick it right away. And it's a case of, you have to pick it and then get into combat immediately with these enemies who are running from you, sort of deal.
The attack in brackets thing, yeah,
which means you already need to be the kind of character who wants to violently attack NPCs, but also wants to talk to them right before you do so. Like,
I tip my hat at you, and then I spit on you.
yeah. It's kind of fun for role-playing, but once again, New Vegas is you get a perk every other level, and while it's certainly not as bad as the classics for desperately needing to make sure you pick the right things, it still is like, that's a bit of a waste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which bums me out, because I want these intimidation style perks to get their due in in the newer games, because like, I mean, we'll get into it a little bit more in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's along the same lines of perks that I want to be better.
I mean, why don't we just talk about them now? Because I can just alter this order.
You sure can.
Ta-da!
Right.
Let's talk about Fallout 4's intimidation style perks. In the trilogy of Animal Friend, Wasteland Whisperer, and Intimidation. Why do they all suck?
Sometimes Bethesda runs out of perks to add for the amount of space they're using.
It does feel like they came up with the perk chart and filled out like 70% of it and then went, oh no, we've got empty spots.
It didn't start to become apparent to me until Fallout 4 and then Starfield came out, when I realized they have too much space and too few perks. So they just spread them out.
Starfield as well, they specifically could have limited it a bit more. In Fallout 4 at least it is like 7 special stats, you can be 1 to 10. So it's going to be 70 perks no matter what. Starfield is just like, oh, we got to choose how many there were, and we still kind of...
And they still suck.
...threw in some extra ones, because it didn't look like enough.
Yeah, we made weird ranks to sneak, just cause.
But I will say...
Also made jump packs an option, which shouldn't.
Jump packs. I will say, while I don't necessarily like it, I do think the choice but in Starfield to make the first rank of sneak give you the hidden and detected bar was interesting. And I go back and forth on that. Like, for immersion and interest in actually focusing on a stealth character without just being overpowered, I think it's a good thing. For like, oh well, this is just inconvenient and annoying, I think it's a bad thing.
I wish if the stealth wasn't so busted and dumb in Starfield, because I don't even say that with love. It slows your movement speed to a crawl if you don't have some sort of, was it like armor boost of some kind, or like
there's probably legendary effects
amp,
you can randomly get.
You can use amp to speed up your movement in stealth too, but you move so painfully slow in stealth, and sometimes people will see you even though they don't see you. Like, even though there's like very clearly like a barrier or like a wall or an obstacle in their way, they'll still see you somehow, and then you get arrested or shot or whatever. And it's frustrating. Stealth is just really frustrating in Starfield. They made it more frustrating by adding a barrier to entry to actually see if you're getting detected.
At least the barrier to entry will stop some people from trying stealth at all. Silver lining.
Is that silver lining?
Anyway,
we're not
talking about Starfield, Caedo.
Sorry.
We did that last episode. Let's talk about Animal Friend, Wasteland Whisperer, and Intimidation in Fallout 4.
Yep. These all make some sort of bullcrap roll when you aim at an enemy to pacify them, or in higher ranks, command them to your side.
Yep.
But the problem with all of these, and I'm sure Sarge agrees, is that it's a chance.
Yes. It's like a double chance kind of thing. There's one controlled chance, I call it, and one pure random chance. The controlled chance is it's a target below your level. Now, theoretically, if you have, what's it called? In intelligence, I've scrolled the wrong way. No, in perception, sorry, awareness. If you have the awareness perk, then you can see, like, your target's level inside of bats. So you can, if you remember what level you are, and target an enemy in bats, you can work out if they're below your level and whether or not this even has a chance of working at all. That is something. Then it's a random dice roll afterwards. It's like after all that work, it's like a roll of dice. Who knows?
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
It seems like way too random, because even if you're playing a high charisma character, which I did in my Fallout 4 playthrough, I should someday do a better one, that, like, I had like 14 plus charisma, and I was still failing more than I was succeeding. Like, it was awful how much enemies would just ignore my intimidation when it was my whole build. My
Yeah.
whole build was doing it, and it didn't work over half the time. So I had to resort to finding the problem solver and just gunning everybody down anyway. Which is, what's the point of doing an intimidation build if you're going to just play a shooty build anyway?
Yeah, there's so many bad things about it as well, because if you try and pacify someone who's not hostile, then fail at it, then you turn them hostile.
Yep.
And you alert them to your presence somewhat. Like, if you're good at stealth, they won't immediately know where you are, but they'll start searching around, and... it's got so many drawbacks.
Yeah. Or, like, you know what would have been... I'm going to bring up Metal Gear Solid really quick.
Go for it.
You know what would have been cool
I'll allow it.
is be able to hold somebody up from behind and make them drop their weapon.
Yeah.
Just like Metal Gear Solid, it's quick and efficient, and it puts them at a disadvantage immediately. Like,
Oh, God.
can we do that? That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be so
I'm
cool.
checking the wiki because I was trying to find, like, the percentage chance. The wiki tells you, like, it's a 40% chance of success on these things, but it doesn't give you, like, a graph of what stuff alters it at all. So, at base, it's just, like, you're more likely to fail than you are to pass anyway.
Which
and I don't know how it's
stupid.
altered.
But
on top of that, there's another thing I forgot about, but, if you, like, pacify someone and then put your gun away, it becomes hostile again.
Yep.
It's also a case of you have to aim your gun at the target, so if
You
you're
have
a
to
melee
keep your
character,
weapon out,
this doesn't
too.
work. Yeah. I feel like switching weapons would probably do it as well.
It might, actually. Yeah.
Like, I haven't tested that, but
If I remember
seems
right.
to be that.
It's just a
Yeah.
huge pain. Like,
Yeah.
companion commands were already kind of annoying, too.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, you know how annoying it is to get your companion to, like, do what you want? Now imagine if your companion was a raider who wants to kill you.
And you put your gun away by accident because you have
Yep.
it as a reflex.
Yeah.
But it's worth bringing up, too, that Animal Friend in Fallout 3, great perk.
Oh, yeah. Well, we
Awesome
were talking
perk.
about how it's basically... There's a few charisma perks in the older games where it's like, those are the reasons you raise charisma, and one of them's Animal Friend. And
Yeah.
then in Fallout 4, Animal Friend just goes from, oh, this is the entire reason to raise charisma, to basically pointless.
Yeah. And the primary reason for that, too, is I think it's around level, like, 7 to 12 or something like that. Yao Guai start showing up everywhere,
Yeah.
and Animal Friend removes them from threat entirely.
Man, I think I've had multiple Fallout 3 permadeath runs that I failed because Yao Guai showed up.
Yeah.
And with Animal Friend, that's just no longer a problem.
Yeah.
God, they butchered this perk.
Yeah. And added more for some reason.
Yeah. God, there are
'cause
so many ways they
intimidation-
could have made this work.
Intimidation could have been a broadly covering perk, but again, I still think it was the like they ran out of charisma ideas.
Yeah, I think even... I can kind of understand splitting them up into two categories, which are like beasts and humans, but then they've got Animal Friend and Wasteland Whisperer. And most people cannot tell the difference between what counts as an animal and what counts as a wasteland creature.
Yeah, because then
Like-
then you have to determine the difference between those two.
Yeah.
Because like in some cases in Fallout 3, insects had their own subclass, whereas
Yeah.
it's now spread between Mirelurks and bugs in Fallout 4. And then you wonder, like, oh, do they count? Which ones count as animals?
Yeah.
Are Mirelurks animals?
You know what? A quick test, Caedo.
What are death claws?
Do you think a rad roach is an animal or a wasteland creature?
I think in Fallout 4's case,
Yep.
wasteland creature.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well done.
Because Fallout 4 is weird.
Yeah. Do you think a bloodworm is an animal or a wasteland creature?
Ew. That's animal?
Correct, man. You're doing better at this. Oh, where's the tricky one? Oh, sorry, Caedo. Did you end your answer there?
Oh, was it both?
It's both, which
That's
I
funny.
did not realize. For some reason, it's both.
It makes a double roll just cause.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fallout
Okay.
4.
How about a Yao Guai?
That's an animal.
Correct, man. You're getting all of these. Okay, let's go with the
I mean,
Stingwing.
if it changed from Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, I'd be upset.
I really shouldn't be asking a Fallout expert these things. This makes it much trickier. But I will say, I think that standard people would not be able to tell that a bloatfly does not count as an animal. Stuff like that is just...
No, yeah.
Ow.
Because insects were always in their weird classification.
Yep.
Which is really funny because people get on my case in my Solstheim unique weapons guide, I think, where they have the ash hoppers, which are insects, and I distinguish them as animals because Bethesda has trained my brain that they don't know sometimes what an animal versus an insect is.
I mean, does the wood elf power work on them? That would be my test of it.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was talking about the Glassbow, the stag prints for like one of them.
Oh yes.
And it's got like a kill count thing, I think. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Based on like the amount of animals you killed and stuff, yeah.
It's still got a weird bonus too. It's like a weird it's a really weird bow.
Okay, we've only got a couple more that we've got on the list, but there are plenty more we could come up with. I added in toughness and refractor in Fallout 4. Which had the same sort of problem as the radiation resistance perk, where each rank gives you either plus 10 damage resistance or plus 10 energy resistance, respectively. If you get a full set of leather armor, which takes maybe an hour from the point you click new game and watch all the cinematics and play slowly, you will have probably beat the max rank you can get of both of these in next to no time.
Yeah.
It is like... It's such a small benefit. It makes no noticeable difference.
It's one of those where, like, Fallout 76 started to do this a lot better, where they were modifying it from your attribute, which meant that there was the hard cap was way higher, which made it better. And Fallout 4, instead of doing a percentage thing or doing the attribute cap thing, it's just like, no, just this flat amount that's easily outclassed by stuff you pick up.
Yeah. It also means that it scales worse at higher levels.
Oh, like, by far.
At the start of the game, it's not any good. At the end of the game, it's pointless.
I would argue that even in the tutorial Fallout 4, it's pointless because they give you power armor.
Oh god, yeah, they do give you power armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which blows it out of the water completely.
Let's say you go the wrong direction in Fallout 4.
Let's say you go south.
Maybe. Yeah, you go either directly east or directly south, making sure to avoid anywhere that looks like it's got buildings.
Yep.
And maybe you can make some use
Avoid
out of
any exploration whatsoever.
Resistance.
Just walk on dirt the whole time.
And don't put on clothes.
Don't put on clothes.
Resistances.
Naked vault dweller here.
Yep. Even then, it would make like basically no difference. I don't know how the calculations work exactly in Fallout 4, but it's... Oh, I can check the graph. Okay, if you had 10 resistance and were hit with a weapon which did 10 points of damage, then you'd only take 5 points of damage. So that halves it when it's equal. However, if you were hit with a weapon that did 100 points of damage and you have 10 resistance, then you would take 99 points of damage. Which is an example of how it scales and how once you start reaching enemies that do even half reasonable damage, it's pointless. Yep.
Well, I think it's worth mentioning that like this was a bit of a backpedal. What was it in Fallout 3? Toughness?
Toughness was just extra damage resistance, right?
It's an extra damage resistance?
Yeah, like
10%.
A couple of points or
10% damage resistance.
Oh. Was it? Oh, it's percentage. I thought it was like +3 or whatever.
Fallout 3 was better.
Yeah. Fallout 3 is just a flat 10%, which scales much better. Like, technically, the extra 10 damage resistance works better in Fallout 4 when you're being hit by a tiny little attack, which is basically no damage. But also, it's a case of you could just wear armor, which would do the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Fallout 3's version was inspired by the classic games, which also had a percentage resistance.
Yeah.
But the classic games also had 3 ranks to it. So you could go up to 30% damage resistance if you invested 3 perk points into it, which would make you a tank, to normal damage if you didn't have any armor on.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ifs, though. Because Fallout 1 and 2 Fallout 1 and 2 in Tactics had armor class, which is, chance to be hit, as well as their ridiculously complicated resistance system.
Yeah.
That had all sorts of damage types. So toughness would affect like standard hits on your character, like melee strikes and stuff like that. But if it came to like, fire, plasma, energy, like all that would ignore it completely. It had use cases in Fallout 2 especially. I
really hope in a future Fallout game we get a much more simple way that armor and resistances and stuff work. Because I feel like in every game, it's complicated in like a needless way, but a different way each time.
Yeah, that's true. Or the differences are so minimal, like why do they even have them, kind of thing.
Honestly,
like Fallout 4 plasma versus or energy versus standard.
Yeah, energy and ballistic. Like that, I think the idea behind that is good, but then it's not really implemented enough, and you don't know what the numbers actually mean.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I've got 15 damage resistance, or ballistic resistance. How much does that reduce it by? I think Oblivion's actually the game where I give the most credit, because that's the percentage it just tells you, which is nice. And that's simple.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only Bethesda game that kept it nice and simple. And then, like, Skyrim, they were like, okay, the armor cap's 567. That makes much more sense.
Yeah. Compared to what? Compared to what, though? What does that mean?
It's different if you're using a shield.
Yep.
Okay. I've only got one more perk on my list, which is a controversial one.
Yep. Get ready in the comments. Get ready to type. Get ready to be like, Sarge, you're wrong.
It's another Fallout 4 perk, and it is Scrounger. Now,
Scrounger.
I want to point out, this isn't like bad perks we're talking about here. This is perks that are worse than you think. And specifically I want to talk about this, because a lot of people I'll see going like, hey, if you want to get more fusion cores in Fallout 4, just take Scrounger. Scrounger is the way you get more fusion cores. However, everything I've seen delving into it and looking into it, the wikis, just actual testing and stuff, everything I've seen, fusion cores are not included. I do have a little chart telling you what ammo types are included. And apparently it's .38, 5mm, 10mm, fusion cells, shotgun shells, .45, .308, .50, plasma cartridges, .44, 5.56, and 2mm electric cartridges. That's apparently all the ammo types that are covered by Scrounger. So if you're using something that doesn't use those ammo types, like if you're using a missile launcher, or want to use fusion cores and power armor, or anything like that,
or
Scrounger's not really going to help.
Or use the DLC weapons.
Yes.
Because
a lot of the DLC weapons are
not retroactive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real
makes
shame.
You upset.
Yes, it is very annoying. Now, I will say there is still a point to take Scrounger, because especially if you're playing not in survival mode, you will just passively get more ammo, and you can sell the ammo you don't want to buy the ammo you do.
Yep.
So once again, this is not a bad perk. We've spoken a lot about bad perks in here, but this perk is just one where people think it's better than it is.
Yeah. In relation to like getting fusion cores specifically, right?
Oh yeah, that's the big one I see all the time.
Because that's, I mean, I thought that even.
Yeah, I did a bunch of testing, and my own testing was inconclusive. However, I can definitely tell you that you still find fusion cores randomly without the Scrounger perk. And I know that's one thing that I've seen people misquote a lot, which is if you take the Scrounger perk, then fusion cores show up randomly. And it's like, no, they just can show up randomly.
Yeah.
It's RNG. Like, I kept getting them on challenge runs in my special survival, where I couldn't take, like, perks from anything other than one column, and way before I got to the luck one, it was like, nah, I'm finding them everywhere. Oh?
I have another perk.
Oh, go on, Caedo.
Are you done with Scrounger?
Yeah, I'm done with Scrounger.
Okay. Penetrator.
From Fallout 4?
From Fallout 4.
Yeah, I kind of hate it. And
yeah. So there's some that like on paper it sounds great.
Yep.
The Penetrator perk, like, you know, smashing through like small like you see small like wood barricades and stuff like that, like it'll just shoot right through it to hit your target in VATS. But this is specifically to VATS. Like Penetrator will not work outside of it, which does kind of suck, but not a deal breaker. But on the other hand, there's a bug, I don't think it ever got patched with Penetrator, where it like drops your damage to like 2/3 to 1/3 for no reason, unless it's like full impact. So every time I've gotten Penetrator, my damage drops dramatically, and I'm just like, what the heck is happening? I'm supposed to be doing more damage and more efficiently. What happened?
Yeah, it's a case of,
and it's usually Penetrator that's the perpetrator. Haha.
It also shows you like a damage preview inside of that. So sometimes it'll be like, I'm going to do this much damage, and then it's noticeably less.
Yeah.
Which,
yep.
Yeah.
That's what tells me that it's not doing full damage, because it shows like, oh, it's going to kill this person because you're shooting them in the head. And there's nothing in the way. In fact, it's just you're shooting them in the head, and then you know, I shoot him in the head, and it does like, you know, 1/3 of the damage. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
There's also a host of other issues with this, like certain weapons, especially explosive ones, but a few other niche cases as well, just don't work with this perk at all. It just doesn't function. Like you say, the fact it only works inside of that is actually the big deal breaker for me. Because I think if this worked outside of that could be kind of cool. Because you can just like blast an automatic weapon, see if it does damage, all fine.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of things that can't be shot through. Sometimes it's a case of, oh, this is a really thick wall or something. Sometimes it's like, oh, this bit of glass doesn't count, which is annoying.
And the wild thing is, too, sorry to cut you off.
That's okay.
There's no bugs section for Penetrator in the wiki. That drives me insane, because I know other people have experienced this and they just haven't reported it at all.
I mean, there's a lot of notes in here.
There's a lot of notes,
where they
but
talk
not
about
the
like
actual
dramatic loss
bug
of damage.
that
and they're
makes
like, no,
it
this is
bad.
all intentional. It's all probably intentional to make it terrible.
But one of the things it does bring up is VATS is just superior in that. VATS criticals are just superior in every way.
Yeah.
Because they pierce through anything, including other bodies. Like, so you can multi-kill if you line it up just right. With
I did also want to say though that while it's like, oh sweet, you can target enemies who are behind cover, you still need to be able to kind of see that enemy anyway. Like if they're fully behind cover, you can't target them in VATS.
If they're fully concealed, you can't aim at them.
In which case, you can just shoot at the bit that's not in cover, because there's always going to be a bit of them that's not in cover, which is what gets me. And is another reason why I wish this was a perk that didn't just rely on being inside of VATS, because then it could be a case of, oh, the enemy's ducked behind something and I can't see them, I'll just shoot through the thing manually. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yep. And the ups, oh my god. We have Gauss weaponry in Fallout, man. We have Gauss weaponry in these games. And with those weapons, you shouldn't need... Penetrator would be cool if you could just, like, then use the Gauss weapons to see enemies through walls, so then you could, you know, use Gauss weapons how they're meant to be in a game like this. Because it's always so close to actually, like, what Gauss weapons could do when it comes to punching through armor and walls.
Yep.
But it never happens in Fallout. And I want it so bad. Anyway, that's enough of that. Don't get the Penetrator perk. It'll nerf all your damage.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to go to melee and deal with the bugs with that too.
Yeah. Just like wait a second for your enemy to pop their head out.
Yeah. And that bummed me out too, because that's really high up there on the it's Perception 9.
Yeah, I think the high rank perception perks aren't great. Like Refractor's up there, No Person's up there. Like Concentrated Fire and Sniper are both decent, but you need such high perception to get them that I'm always wary. Whereas the low perception perks tend to be quite good. Like Rifleman, Awareness, Locksmith, and Demolition Expert, that's perception 2 to 5, and I'm like, those are all solid choices. Like as soon as you go high perception, I'm like, I mean, Sniper's nice, but a lot of it's for manual aiming and stuff, and I'm like, I suddenly spec'd into VATS. But as a sniper, VATS typically isn't very good, because long-range VATS is always just low accuracy no matter what. Like, maybe
problems. We'll hit a spot where the systems stop fighting each other too. Maybe we'll do that one day.
I mean, where 76 is improving on these things.
76 is improving on that. That's true. and we'll just hope that Bethesda alpha team takes notes and doesn't ignore all the progress that 76 made, because it's a really good game now.
Yep. We're totally not subtweeting Starfield right now. Just being like, hey, maybe pay attention to the last game you made and what the good things and improvements were.
Have you seen what this team is doing? Have you seen this? This is pretty sick, dude.
Well, those were a bunch of Fallout perks that are worse than you probably thought they were. If you have any suggestions of your own, please do leave them in the comments if there's any you think we missed. I know In Shining Armor is probably going to be brought up as the New Vegas one, which just does nothing.
It just doesn't work.
But I feel like that one's pretty widely known, at least.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Interesting to see if anyone's got any controversial hot take ones.
Yeah,
like
please share.
A few of mine were.
Or, argue with us in the comments if you want to. So we got a little spicy.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
Hey, besides arguing with each other over which perks are good or not, what else you been up to, Caedo?
I mean, first of all, been grateful that I get to hang out with Sarge. That's a fun thing.
I'm back.
Sarge is back. Yeah. So that part's nice. I'm glad we get to like be at the point to where we're both like ready to record and like not our bodies aren't failing us miserably.
We didn't delay this episode even once.
We didn't even have to delay this episode. It's so awesome.
I asked Caedo when he wanted to record. He said Saturday. On Saturday, we were both logged in. I said, hey, when do you want to record today? He was like, about an hour. About an hour later, we started recording.
That's right.
I mean, we actually started the call and then came up with stuff and did prep work.
And
then we started recording after.
And then we had no topic to speak of until we came up with a topic.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Sarge, what I should have been doing is actually doing the voiceover for the Death Stranding 2 thing. I still haven't, but I've done everything surrounding it. I've made the graphics. I've cut out a lot of things for like icons and whatnot because I like annotating my maps. I did that. I did all that. I also did the thumbnail, but I still have not recorded the voiceover to like actually make the video. I'm delaying the part that's necessary to like finish it. So while I've not been doing that, I was in a bit of a funk. I mean, for the last week or so, various, real life things going on. So I decided to play Barony, which is a roguelike dungeon crawler. It's got like kind of a voxel art style, but it's very nostalgic for me because it brings out that feeling of like Ultima Underworld from like the 90s. Where you're like you're in a first person view in a closed corridor, and there could be a skeleton around the corner, and you're surviving off scraps of food you find on the dungeon floor, and maybe poisoning your character by accident, or like swinging your weapon and it's just bouncing off of whatever you're trying to attack. Elder Scrolls Arena is probably like this too. It's very inspired by those games, but also obviously is modern, so it has things that definitely make it easier to digest, easier to understand. And I, after dying probably about 15-20 times, because it is a roguelike, you die a lot, mostly by boulders. The traps probably killed me the most, I think, because the traps make you look at the floor and the ceiling. And sometimes I don't do both. But after that, I picked a barbarian class and ended up doing like a full 10-hour run in one sitting and beat the game. Nice. Or beat the main dungeon. Like, it's got replayability, obviously, but and it's got co-op. It's got 4-player co-op, which is a whole other thing that can get full of shenanigans. But one of the things that I like about it is, even though they're kind of dumb, the game has a leadership skill, and you can just recruit other humans and like automatons that you run into during a dungeon run. Yeah. And the higher your charisma is, or the higher your charisma and leadership skill is, you can just recruit a ton. You can have an army by the time you get to like the end room, but that's provided that they don't like step on every single trap on the way, because most of them will get one shot by a boulder just like you. So it's actually kind of hilarious to be like wandering through a dungeon, then one of your companions just hits a trap by accident, and you turn around and there's a pool of blood and just all their stuff on the ground. You're like, well, time to equip one of my other dudes with this stuff, because you can, give them equipment and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But it's got the skill growth kind of system, kind of like the Elder Scrolls games.
Yep.
It's just fun. Just a fun.
It sounds fairly distinct from the board game Barony, which is what I'm familiar with, which is like Settlers of Catan, but a bit more complicated and medieval knights and stuff themed. There's the same sort of theming going on, but very different gameplay.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. But what I'm saying is it's a fun, replayable kind of, dungeon crawlery kind of thing, as long as you don't get too salty when you get killed by a trap. And there's also a Minotaur that sometimes randomly shows up and is just huge and like stomps your face in. Like you get a timer to like find the exit, basically, and if you don't, like he'll just hunt you down, like plow through walls and hunt you down and then kill you. I turned the Minotaur off because I would much rather explore than be given a time limit. So it has those choices too, where you can like change some of the modifiers that happen during on, which I like. I like it when games do that. So
nice bit of customizability.
I set it up to the way I like it, and then I beat it. It's a great game. Also, speaking of, it's the week of the dungeon crawl for me, apparently, because I started playing Vampire Crawlers too, which just came out this week.
I'm surprised you found time to record the PIPCAST. I'm not surprised you didn't find time to record your own video, considering this came out. I expect you to be playing this 24/7.
It's so much fun.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought you were going to go, it's not as good as the Vampire
It's so
Survivors.
bad!
No.
I'm going to continue the theme of just talking crap on games that are actually, not as bad as we thought. No, Vampire Crawlers is really good. It's very much not a copy paste at all, but it's using a lot of the assets. A ton of the assets, in fact. Like if you've played Vampire Survivors, you'll recognize most things immediately. Like a lot of the upgrades are exactly the same as they were, but it's now like a card-based kind of system where you're exploring a dungeon, you run into groups of enemies, and then you depending on the crawler you're using, which is the hero characters, they have different benefits based on different colors of cards. And this is why I wanted to gift this game to Sarge at some point, because I know he'd probably dig it. But then he said, don't do it. I have too many games. So
I do have too many games.
Maybe
I've got a whole bunch on my list I'm going to talk about.
So, but if you do like Vampire Survivors, you'll still get that, that dopamine hit in a game like this. The one thing I did run into that I'm not a huge fan of is some of the encounters can last a stupidly long time if your armor is too, like you have too many armor cards and not enough attack cards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because armor makes you fully resist an enemy attack if you have enough of it. So then you can like stalemate yourself for like a straight like 10 minutes or something like that, because you're just like, I don't have anything to ramp my damage. I'm just doing like, 10 with each hit, and then I have to use the rest of my mana for armor anyway. Sometimes you can stalemate yourself in that way, but I have a feeling there's like some mechanics that I'm like forcing my way through, maybe.
Okay.
Like maybe I'm too good at the game, that I'm progressing too quickly, and
maybe I'm just such an elite gamer.
Maybe I'm such a great gamer that I'm stomping this game into the floor, and then suddenly I hit a wall because I haven't died enough times in previous levels. Maybe it's that, but maybe it's also like I have to modify my build because you can modify your cards too, which is fun when you're in town. Anyway, that's what I've been doing, and obviously I think Sarge and I are going to play some 76 after this, I think. Yeah. So Sarge, what about you? What have you been playing? You have more listed than me.
Yeah, I do, which is rare. Normally I've got like 2 or 3 games and Caedo's having to delete games as we go. And I'm going to talk about all of them. You know what? I'll start with a short one. I've been playing My Time at Porsche again, which I bought on sale on the Xbox, and it's a nice cozy game. It's very pleasant. I'm a big fan of it. That's all I'm going to say for that one.
Good.
Borderlands 2, I'm going to say a whole bunch more for, because I did a complete playthrough of Borderlands 2 over the past week or so, I've needed to spend a fair bit of time resting still because I'm not quite 100%, and I decided Borderlands 2, I will play through as the Gunzerker, because I never did a complete playthrough as the Gunzerker, and I realised why. Everyone in the community, as far as I'm concerned, in my not actually paying attention to the community mindset, thinks that the Gunzerker is the best character. The reason why is that if you have really good equipment, like all the best guns or whatever, and you're fighting a huge boss, and you start Gunzerking and shoot it a bunch, you're going to get the best DPS out of all the characters.
Yep.
In that situation, the Gunzerker is the best class there is.
Yeah.
In standard, I'm just playing this for fun, doing a standard playthrough, progressing normally, the Gunzerker's the worst character.
Yep.
The thing is, Gunzerking's kind of cool. It means you go from firing one gun to two, you're suddenly dual-wielding, you instantly get your health all back, which is nice if a bit niche, honestly, and you start regenerating ammo. Doesn't regenerate rocket launcher ammo, which is a bit annoying, but it regenerates ammo. That's just kind of nice. It's a good skill. The problem is, every single skill in the skill trees is boring and sucks.
Yeah.
There is nothing fun and interesting in there. Like, the coolest thing I was able to do was at the final skill in, like, the right-hand tree, I was able to, while Gunzerking, flip the middle finger, which would recharge my health again, and give me a bunch of damage resistance for, like, 10 seconds. And that was, like, the ultimate skill I could unlock in one of the trees. For a comparison, I have just started playing as the Siren, Maya, and I think I hit level 12 recently.
Maya's so much fun, dude.
Yeah,
by comparison.
I can phase lock enemies, which shoots them into the air and keeps them contained in a ball. If they die in that, then I regenerate health. I also have a huge chance to get elemental effects from that. And also, I think when I phase lock, or when my shield is depleted or something like that, I start bursting with a Fire Nova. And that's just, like, a character on, like, the second tier of skills. And she can also revive friendly NPCs if you're playing co-op. She has huge elemental stuff
Friendly
going
PCs.
on. Yes, thank you. PCs, that's what they're called. Player characters. You know, non-player characters played by players.
NPCs that explode? I don't know if we can revive them, Sarge.
But she has, like, a melee override skill, which shoots a ball of slag, which is this element which doubles damage you deal. Salvador, the Gunzerker, his melee skill is a big punch, which knocks the enemy back. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the other characters have really good skills. Like, I recently watched an Outside Xbox video where they dunked on Axton, the Commando in Borderlands 2. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. The Commando is the basic military shooter. His skill is he throws out a turret. His skill upgrades can give you 2 turrets, can give the turrets rocket pods, can make a nuclear bomb explode when you throw the turrets out. Just, it's instantly more exciting than the Gunzerker. There was not a single Gunzerker skill that I was looking forward to.
When we're talking about archetypes, like, I do think Axton still has, like, a couple of steps above, no pun intended, Salvador, because he's just dual wielding. Like, at the end of the day, like, Salvador is just dual wielding. That's in other games, by the way.
Yes. It's very much in other games. Like, you get the ammo regeneration, and I was coming up with better skills you could have for Salvador as I was playing through, and I was like, why isn't there one which makes it while you Gunzerk, you regenerate rockets and grenades? Because then he can be, like, real destruction and stuff. But instead it's like, no, I'm going to regenerate 1 assault rifle round per second, and it's like, that really doesn't help much.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you probably more so than you even know, because in my group of friends, like, before you and I even knew each other, like, I was often the tank, and Salvador's the tank.
Yeah, I built my Salvador as a tank, and even then, it wasn't great.
And, like, he's boring. Like, tanking is boring if you know what you're doing. If you like, maintain your position as the damage absorber, that's pretty much all you're gonna do. And it's boring. It's a job. It's honest work, but it's boring.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally relate to that. Now, if you're playing in a team with, say, Krieg and tanking with him, oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah, he's like a high risk, high reward, aggressive tank.
Oh, he's so much fun.
Yeah. I have distinct memories of playing Borderlands with you and you being Krieg and charging into combat, and sometimes you just seem like this unkillable whirlwind of destruction, and other times you would instantly go down and be like, help!
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, I am going to do a Krieg playthrough at some point, because I don't know if I've beat the game as Krieg either.
Krieg is harder to play solo, I will say that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of his are self-damaging abilities.
I mean, on top of this, my Salvador playthrough was on like a fresh profile, so to speak, so 0 badass rank, which made things even tougher.
Yeah.
And Borderlands 2 is actually more difficult than I think people realise, because especially if you go back to the game, you probably got like 10 billion badass rank and everything's doing like 50% more damage or whatever, and all of this stuff. Whereas with no benefits and stuff, just starting out as standard, there were multiple points where I was just like, yeah, I've died, and I've died, and I've died, and oh, that's weird. But that's a good segue into a game where I've only died twice so far. Dark Souls 2. And you might be thinking, hey Sarge, in the last PIPCAST, didn't you talk about how you died like multiple times to some of the bosses? I started a new playthrough.
So it doesn't count.
Yeah. I also brought up how, when I previously tried Dark Souls 2, and I almost said an NPC again, a real-life person, not an NPC, a PC,
a person,
invaded me and broke all my equipment. And that was just like a really annoying speed bump. It meant that I would have had to grind a whole bunch in order to fix up my gear, and just... I reached a point where I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to start again. And what I've done this time is I've modded the game, which is not something I typically do, and it took me a few failed attempts and a few uninstalls and reinstalls, but I've successfully put 2 mods on the game. One is like a lighting overhaul and like a visual upgrade, which just makes things a little bit prettier, which I saw a normal adult Luke do, and I was like, yeah, you know what, that does look a bit better. And it looks so much better actually playing it as compared to just watching him on YouTube play it.
Okay.
And the other one is something which makes it so it costs half as many souls to level up. So I'm playing it on easy mode.
Yeah.
The reason for this was, obviously I was already like 6 or 7 hours through the game, and I'm just having to retread progress, and I was like, I just want to level up a bit faster, I don't want to waste so much time grinding. And this was a really nice one, where it's not just like, oh, you level twice as fast. It's like, yeah, it costs half as many souls, but like, anything else that costs souls, like buying items or locking stuff from NPCs, costs the same amount. So it's not quite as much as just double soul gain, but it still does make it a bit faster, means there's less level grinding. It's just kind of a nice balance, I find, of getting through the game quicker without actually making it significantly easier. Also, anyone who has played the Dark Souls series will know that over-leveling yourself isn't quite as crazy as it is in other games. It's like, I can survive 5 hits now rather than 4. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely an improvement, but not great. And speaking of things that aren't great, Starfield.
Oh, no. I was like, it's one of these two things, and damn it.
Yep. So last time we talked about Starfield as the whole topic, and we both mentioned we hadn't played the Terran Armada DLC. Caedo, have you played Terran Armada yet?
Nope.
Well, don't worry, because I made it maybe halfway through before I uninstalled the game and never played it again.
Oh, man. Wow.
It's so boring. It's so boring. Okay, the one thing I really liked was one of the new weapons, which is like this ballistic rifle, which also has an energy like laser variant, which I appreciate. And it just felt so good and weighty. It had tons of good upgrades to it and modifications, and I was like, yeah, this is how you do a good weapon. It feels incredible. Problem is they have added in the new upgrade system where you can just spend money to increase the tier, so I just made it a one-shot killing machine, where it was like stupidly overpowered, because I just spent all of my money on upgrading this one item, which happened to have good legendary drops randomly, and I was like, cool, I just one-shot kill everything now, no issue, it's a point-and-click adventure game, got it. So I played for about half of it, I rescued a roboticist, they're talking about how robots are showing up, I thought with a name like Terran Armada, it would be, oh, these people came from Earth, or maybe some alternate reality Earth thing. No, it's the Colony Wars. They're going back to the Colony Wars, which is, for those not familiar, it's like the Civil War in Skyrim, if it was more boring.
Yep.
It's just, yeah, it's like these people were in the Colony Wars, but their ship wandered off. Now they're back with robots, and maybe there's an interesting end to it all. but you have to interact with the cruise mode mechanic, which is just a lot of waiting around for stuff to happen. It's just so slow and boring, and I hate it. Oh, it's so bad. I uninstalled it. I was like, I can't keep playing.
So you rage quit?
No, I didn't have that much emotion, Caedo.
So you simmer quit?
Yeah, simmer quit is close to it. Like, it didn't even spark a rage emotion. It was just boredom and monotony and dullness, and everything's grey. Like, we didn't have it as a comment of the cast, but I almost picked a comment of the cast, which was just talking about how Starfield's aesthetic is just, like, dull NASA punk that's just so uninteresting. Everything's, like, grey-washed.
Yeah.
It's, ugh.
And the lighting that only sometimes wants to work, which I really dislike.
But a sci-fi game which looks a lot better is Cyberpunk 2077, which I have been playing, and I've mostly been having fun with. Because over on my second channel, Bad Company Gaming, I've been doing my Cyber Psycho Challenge, where I can't use any equipped weapons. Which meant for the first, 4 episodes, I was just manually punching everything. But now I've reached a point where, I have mantis blades, or a projectile launcher, I've just recorded an episode with that, or, monowire, where I just swing around everywhere, and now it's quite a lot of fun. They're just fun weapons to deal with, and just chopping people up with arm swords doesn't get old. Love it.
Yep.
So I've had fun with that.
Yeah.
Though Act
the
1
episode,
sucks.
I was gonna say, the episode I have up is Everything is Awful.
Yes, that is a feature-length episode of the Cyber Psycho Challenge.
The Company Plaza heist.
Yeah, it's basically the end of Act 1, which is once you've got through that and you've interacted with Johnny Silverhand and the heist has gone wrong, all your friends have died, you've been shot in the head. There's a reason I called it Everything is Awful. It's just bad stuff happening non-stop.
Did you say hi to Kojima before you went up the elevator?
No.
Sarge?
I tried... Caedo. It was a recording almost as long as this podcast, and I was like, I've got to try and cut it down and get through as quickly as possible. I wanted to cut it down to less than an hour. I got it down to 1 hour 18, because there's just so much stuff. And I was like, oh god. And I cut out so much of Company Plaza. Yeah. I got through Act 1 though, so now we're in the actual open world.
Yay.
But it's as soon as you get into you can explore the open world, you can see all this stuff, it's you're gonna die soon, is what the NPCs will tell you. It is I wish they had done the story differently. Putting that towards the end, being oh, we don't know what this is fully, and then later on it's revealed, oh yeah, it's killing you, it's overwriting you. But instead they're no, we want everyone just to be really sad when they get to experience our game. It's no, come on. I get it's Cyberpunk and it's always going to end up sad, but can it happen at the end rather than the beginning?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it for me.
I think there's I don't know. In Cyberpunk there's a little bit of a lack of humor. That
I mean, there is humor.
There is
thrown in randomly and not at useful points.
Yeah, I'm thinking of I mean, The Witcher 3 is in comparison, because it's another CD Projekt Red game. It seemed to have a lot more, referential and funny moments in it.
Yeah. I also think that's a world that's very dark and sad overall.
The world
still manages
dark
to
and
do
sad
that.
overall, but has its moments of levity that actually, they hit better. I would say than Cyberpunk does, because all of it has this depressing kind of layer to it, regardless of what you're doing in Cyberpunk, because you're in an oppressive dystopia.
Yeah, I think it's more so the fact that the game or the characters in the game like to remind you of that quite a lot when you're in quests and stuff.
Hey V, you're gonna die, man.
Yeah, one of the optimistic characters, spoilers for Cyberpunk, but it's already been spoiled. One of the more optimistic characters is Jackie Wells. And he's yeah, we're going to make it to the big times, we're going to do all this stuff. Oh, he's dead.
Yep.
Oh, go to his funeral. Oh, mourn with his family. It's here's the nice bright ray of sunshine, let's kill him.
Jackie's intro was actually a good setup, because that's the best way to one of the best ways to motivate a character is losing the person who you kind of got your start with, basically. Which that in itself is a good start, but it doesn't stop. After that point, it doesn't stop doing that to you.
It's also a case of, if you think about all the follower style characters of Judy, Panam, the detective person, and if you include Jackie in that, Jackie's the only, like, fun one who seems happy.
Yep.
The rest of them are all sad all the time. They've all had terrible things happen.
And like,
just...
Yeah, I get Pan Am as a knockout, but, like, I can't stand her anger at everything. I can't stand it, dude. Like,
I was also going to say she's probably the happiest of all of them,
and she's
still miserable and angry.
And she's so angry at everything. It's like short fuse to the extreme, and it's just like, like, I like Judy because she's the most chill, but she still has some real tragic bullcrap that happens to her during the story. Like, probably some of the most tragic, in fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I go slightly more for Panam, but for the same reason, weirdly.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, she feels like everyone's just having a terrible time.
Everyone's having a terrible time.
And I get that that's a big chunk of Cyberpunk, but man, they really just made the whole thing be like everything sucks all the time.
It's like,
Enjoy
oh man,
our
it's
video
too bad
game.
they died, but hey, I'm still alive for like a little while.
Yeah.
Like there's like no silver lining to it. It's so sad.
And the first time I beat the game, I was trying to pick like good options. I was like, I'm gonna make sure the least number of people die. I'm gonna make sure I end things in the best way I possibly can. I'm gonna try and stay alive and stuff. And the game was just like, oh well, everyone hates you now, and the corporations have won. And I'm like, I was just trying to be nice to people, and it gave me the worst ending.
Yep.
It's just,
yeah. Oh, also obligatory. Caedo thinks Cyberpunk is bad. Bad game.
I think Cyberpunk is mixed. It's got some good, it's got some bad. There's stuff I like about it, and the less I play the main story, the more I enjoy the game.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Like, but that salty side of it is just like, it's so. Took longer.
The pacing is terrible.
Took longer to fix than 76 did. Let that sink in. It took like an extra year longer than 76, and they had more money. Where did it go? Sorry.
Not into wall running.
Not into wall running, obviously. Oh my god. Yeah, we both have our levels of salt from that game. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your playthrough, though. That's good.
It's been fun.
Nice to get a look at the skill tree, because I haven't seen the skill tree. Like,
in Friday's episode, I'll actually be spending my perk points finally.
Hey.
So I've been holding off on those for ages. Like, I don't know what works and what doesn't. And the wiki's not been helpful in that, actually. I'm just hoping
I bet
it works out.
Super outdated at this point.
The problem is there's outdated entries with up-to-date entries, and they're all just kind of mixed together. So you can't tell what is and isn't outdated. It's also the same with like Reddit posts and stuff of people discussing niche things. And yeah, it's always a bit tricky.
Things from memory that maybe got updated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know better at this point of my life, but a lot of people don't. My poor spreadsheet.
Anyway, why do you hate Cyberpunk, viewer? Let us know.
Do you wish Jackie Wells survived the whole story? Man, I do sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, they could have killed off, or just made some of the other characters have a positive outlook. Just anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, the PIPCAST 3000 is a podcast that goes up every other week at Sunday, 10 a.m. Specific. 10 a.m. specifically. So make sure to subscribe or follow us on Spotify, where I believe we're also at, if you want to keep listening to episodes.
Yeah, wow.
And
good job, Sarge.
other outro stuff.
Wait, yeah. Thank you all
Thanks for listening.
Yep, thank you, everyone, for watching and listening, and we'll see you in the next PIPCAST 3000. Bye.